You are about to discover a story that has the power to transform the way you face challenges, doubts, and the noise of the world around you. Before we begin, if you want to keep learning lessons that inspire, strengthen, and truly change lives, remember to like, follow, and share the channel Prayer Braze. In ancient times, courage was not just a word, it was a decision. Great challenges demanded more than strength. They required heart, perseverance, and faith. Once upon a time, in a small valley surrounded by trees and ponds, a group of frogs decided to hold a very special competition, a race to climb to the top of a huge, towering structure. The goal was simple, but almost impossible, to reach the summit of the great tower that rose high above the clouds. When the day of the race arrived, frogs from all over came to watch. The air was full of excitement, curiosity, and doubt. The crowd murmured and shouted, "It's too high! They'll never make it. No frog has ever climbed that far. It's impossible!" The voices of disbelief echoed like thunder. Still, the frogs began their climb. At first, many jumped high and moved quickly, full of enthusiasm and energy. But as they climbed higher, the tower seemed endless. The voices below grew louder, more negative and heavier. One by one, the frogs started to give up. Some looked down and saw how far they had already climbed, and fear took over. Others felt the weight of the words thrown at them and lost courage. Soon, most of them stopped. But there was one little frog who refused to quit. He was small, not the fastest or the strongest, but his determination was unshakable. Step by step, jump after jump, he continued upward. The crowd kept shouting, but he didn't seem to react. He just kept going. As time passed, the other frogs gave up completely. Only the little one kept climbing, slowly but steadily, never stopping, never doubting. The voices below turned from mockery to amazement. "How is that possible?" they said. "How can he keep going when everyone else gave up?" And finally, after a long climb, the small frog reached the top of the tower. The crowd erupted in astonishment. Everyone wanted to know his secret. How did he do it? What made him different from the rest? Then came the answer, a simple truth that carried deep wisdom. The little frog was deaf. He couldn't hear the voices of discouragement, the words of fear, or the shouts of doubt. Because he could not hear them, he focused entirely on his goal. He simply believed he could, and he did. This short story carries a timeless lesson that echoes through history and scripture alike. In the Bible, Saul, the first king of Israel, faced similar moments of trial right after he was chosen and anointed. Many people looked at him and mocked. They said, "How can this man save us?" They laughed, despised him, and refused to honor him. But the scripture tells us, "But some worthless men said, 'How can this man save us?' and despised him and did not bring him presents. But he became deaf to their words." 1 Samuel 10:27. Like the little frog, Saul chose silence over reaction. He ignored the noise, the critics, the negativity, and focused on the mission God had placed in his hands. The message is powerful. The world is full of voices. Voices that whisper doubt, voices that shout fear, voices that say, "You can't." But to fulfill your purpose, to reach the top of your own tower, sometimes you must learn to be deaf. Deaf to judgment, deaf to envy, deaf to everything that tries to pull you away from your calling. The path to victory is not always about being stronger. It's about being steady. It's about moving forward even when no one believes in you. It's about hearing only the voice that matters, the voice of purpose, of truth, of faith. So be like the little frog, keep climbing, step by step. Be like Saul, humble, focused, and determined, trusting the plan that was set before you. Great achievements are not born from noise, but from silence, faith, and persistence. Ignore the chaos, tune out the fear, believe in what you are meant to do. And remember, when the world says it's impossible, it's often because they can't hear what you can, the quiet, steady voice of destiny calling you higher. If this story inspired you today, don't forget to like, share, and follow Prayer Braze. Carry this message in your heart, apply it to your life, and whenever doubts surround you, choose to be deaf to everything that tries to stop you and keep climbing toward your purpose.